How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to Upside DIY. This is the suitcase that I've been painting. I took off the casters, repaired it, and things like that. It's pretty much, I actually have been, like figuring out my tools, the toolboxes. You kind of see like 20 years ago, I used to have, construction, automotive, electronics, tools. I just basically used to like put this, if it's light, and that suitcase is pretty much empty. I transferred kind of like my power adapter, so maybe power adapters, if they're any good, just the good one, and sort things out, and basically it's a lot easier to move around. So here's pretty much, I put the insoles in the boot. It's really comfortable. These boots actually didn't have insoles when I got them. And I also used wood glue. It hardens up kind of like crazy glue. And it's waterproof, bond, durable, dries clear, sandable, so no harmful fumes. But I basically coated all four shoelaces at the tips. I use electrical tape, and then I also glued down the string so that it's more of a bond and things, or it could add a lot more stiffness. I actually had to test if these would actually fit in the boot or go through the little hole with the tape that I had and stuff. It's a little bit tight and things, and sleeve and things, but yeah, I did a pretty good job on this. It wasn't that hard compared to a lot of other things, but I learned how to make shoestrings for the first time, and then also the silicone worm. It actually, and basically with the situation with installing, and it might be the same size, and it should work with a lot of fitting. Is pretty good for insoles, and I added like plastic layer and a denim layer, and a different type of foam. Satisfied, kind of. Never had a good pair. These are probably the best. So I actually used to wear like low top type of dress shoes. We call them dress shoes. So I'm actually washing a few of my containers and things, for the rubbing alcohol and even the glue. And I actually got another tray from. I've got pretty much this with the cover, so I'm going to use this for, something eventually, and I actually, put holes. I'm going to actually use like the bottles with holes for helping to dry and drain smaller things, but I've got so much stuff already. It's just, it's just like, I'm going to just keep collecting more and more, and have to do something every day with it if I'm going to use it. So I got this, the trays and things like that I've been using for alcohol, or mainly rubbing DIY stuff, and get little plastic, just small little, just small containers or compartments. Kind of collecting those and a few other random things. But I'm kind of trying to make this tool bag. I still have this little small. How I'm finding the focus basically to clean up these smaller tools, or just they're pretty nice tools and things. I still have to, or these are actually the medium tools, but and there are some good, and there's some oil, or even a tin tin box or something that I could actually store the oil rag. Or you guys already saw this, and there's a couple of other and you know, figure out a way to fix drill bits right here, just random drill bits and things like that. But yeah, I've got a bunch of, you know, hand tools that actually do pretty good. So there's some more hand tools, and I've got another bag of just wrenches, and you know, it's just a lot of a lot of these. I'll buy, you know, something decent, knowing, you know, is better than, you know, a lot of other, even the nuts and bolts and all, and you know, some equipment. I mean, I'll probably upside DIY. So I finished. Well, I just want to show you some of these random templates just to keep my channel featuring a few ideas that I had. So there's a few. I have like some for shoes too, for like insoles, and these are for mainly like the wood pieces and stuff. So I kind of coating or the size of the piece. Then here I've got 3 pieces, but I was planning to make like a base. It's really nothing for now. It actually helped me dry the insoles for the boots. But I really just, you know, want to just basically on this video, this is the new type of cardboard piece. I just mainly cut, the only thing I cut was just kind of like the width where it matched up going across this, and then some of the pieces are, you know, I spent maybe well, it just wasn't, it's not that important, but you know, I just cut the cardboard a little bit here and there, and the back actually has a pretty nice fold to it, almost the whole height, so that's pretty nice. And then the front is, you know, it's just a small remaining, you know, material. Just, you know, I could do a lot of, well, I could do a lot of things, I guess, and these are really useful for you know, all types of things, for gardening or making an organizer. But yeah, I kind of can use like a small box that, you know, it could be, you know, I could have all types of random different tools now, and kind of go to this if I ever had to and stuff. And then I kind of you know, but I kind of want to keep this video in focus and not really, so yeah, I've got the oil right here. So just cleaning tools and pretty much fixing my boots is good enough for me. And all the other stuff is going to be updated with the my Amazon ship. Amazon, you know, so there, with internet problems, you know, with how my channel, and I gotta do a lot of, you know, figuring out somehow some tools work and how some tools don't work, you know, and even start like putting really really in, I gotta actually manage to 20-30 years ago, like, you know, that, you know, once Harbor Freight kind of started, they actually had like different stud puller set. It was just like, you know, I've got jumbo wrenches and pullers, and Harbor Freight was like it was pretty much like interesting for a minute. For when I was in there, I was kind of $1,000 with Harbor Freight back in the days, and now I'm spending with Amazon. So it's kind of weird how you know, how things are, and it's like pretty much value of fixing the cylinder head basically, or any, or exhaust studs, or just wherever studs are. Studs are just you know, just bolt like, but they're just only threads. they're not, they don't have like, and then a nut goes on top, and it kind of geared up to bicycles. But how my automotive tools are very completed. I have struts and you know, some engine stuff. You know, with the transmission, I mean, you know, it's complicated with the transmission, but bearing pullers. So that's like a transmission tool, and that's pretty much most of my, and even like you know, just having you know, just like but I would actually yeah, keep that, you know, in perspective, and I'll see you guys on the next Upside DIY. Upside DIY. So I finished, well, I just want to show you some of these random templates just to keep my channel featuring a few ideas that I had. So there's a few, I have like some for I could start, you know, focusing and working on them, kind of like the dental molds and things. And also, like right here is like just plastic trays, and I have spray bottles, so those could kind of go there. I got some, so it's gonna be interesting, like, you know, how I'm gonna work on this stuff. So I want to kind of started. They actually had like different a different breed of tools, and this was pretty much a stud puller set. It was just like, you know, I've got jumbo wrenches and pullers, and Harbor Freight was like it was pretty much like interesting for a minute. For when I was in there, I was kind of tire changers from, you know, I spent probably $1,000 with Harbor Freight back in the days, and now I'm spending with Amazon. So it's kind of weird how you know, I've got to basically make use, kind of lock them up. I'm gonna lock this stuff up and keep it as, you know, just for real emergencies. You know, I mean, you're dealing with, you know, a lot of people could do this. I mean, I've seen, I mean, there's actually, like, anybody and know the pretty much value of fixing the cylinder head, basically, or any, or exhaust studs, or just wherever studs are, or just trying to find a, I mean, there's, yeah, maybe I'll figure out some machining stuff, but you know, the bicycles and the cars, those are good. Takes a little bit more planning with parts and with you know, the whole market, with even, you know, the safety precautions like speeding with, or you know, bicycle lanes and things like that, you know, and you know, not really organizing it to really use, but because most of those were like pliers and the screwdrivers and stuff, I'm gonna have to go through those, and cutters and wire strippers. I'm gonna have to go through all my tools again, and they're just gonna be a lot more conveniently moved around, and basically have to organize whether I'm gonna use plastic bags or plastic bottles. I have some cardboard right here. I'm going to have to go towards the bottom so that there's a little bit of support towards the bottom, and then put the bottles in there, and actually have a tool bag that is pretty much for the rest of my stuff. I'll probably have to really see somebody dealing with this type of stuff. I try to give them my phone number and say, call me, and if you need some tools or help, and I don't know. And then, you know, I've got a few other like you know, I can't wait to really clean this stuff up. I could actually clean it up, like some like pruning things and stuff, and bottle jacks, you know,